Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, friends. Professor Rao here. Welcome to Let's Crack the Interviews channel. Let's talk about how to speak so people want to listen. That's the title of the topic where we talk about how to speak to people and what are the various aspects, golden rules of speaking to people, giving presentations, certain references, and some of the tips and techniques we'll try to learn today. First and foremost, we need to speak to people and communicate with them day in and day out in order to get things done and communicate our ideas, and that's a regular routine happening, right? And in the process, the most important thing is that we need to avoid six sins of speaking to people. First and foremost, we should shun, avoid, and eliminate gossiping. We should not gossip to the people. That's the most important thing, and we should shun it, eliminate it. And we should not judge people. Let's not be judgmental, and should not judging people is a second sin. Third one is negativity. We should not harbor, nurture negativity. We should always be optimistic, positive-minded, approach the life with the positivity, and remember the law of attraction we discussed. If you attract positivity, positive things happen. If you attract negativity, negative things happen. So shun negativity and always be optimistic, and nurture positivity. Always be optimistic. We should not complain. Complaining is another sin, and we should avoid it, and we should remove it from our mind, from our day-to-day routine. Complaining is another one. We should avoid this complaining, the attitudes, very important. If you possess a gratitude, should be our attitude. So basically, that should be our norm, that should be our functioning spirit. So we should avoid complaining with the people and see how to better it and see what could be done to improve the situation than harboring, nurturing, complaining attitude. Should not give any excuses, and we're talking to people in the communication, and you should avoid excuses, giving excuses, and see that is you stand by your commitments and honor your appointments and good at your time management and deliver on time. Be punctual with your deliverables. Lying to people is the sixth sin. You should not lie. You should always tell the truth. Honesty is the best policy, and you should tell the truth always, and should never ever lie. And you should give a right information, not aware. I can say do not know, and honestly confess it. But lying is the most deadliest sin, and we should avoid it. And so keep these things in mind. Move forward, and what are the three golden rules of speaking to people? They call it as the rule of three. What are they? Say what you are going to say. For example, when you're giving a presentation or a jam session, a brief extempore, a brief seminar, whatever be the occasion. First and foremost, kindly keep in mind the three golden rules. The first one, say what you are going to say, and stand on the podium and say what you are going to say. Then say it. And say what you are going to say is equivalent to the introduction. And then say it. That is, give the presentation and speak whatever you are going to say. Speak out and summarize what is said. Paraphrase, summarize, and give a gist of what is being said about your overall presentation or the topic. So say what you are going to say it, and summarize what is said. These are the three important golden rules of speaking. Very, very important. This is called the rule of three. Please remember it. Have firm plan when you are speaking to people, a group of audience. Come, stand straight, have a good posture, and have firm plant. Plant is what actually standing straight, putting the weight of the whole body equally on both the legs is called plant. Have a firm plant, stand straight, and have a gentle smile and maintain a uniform eye contact with all the audience, whatever the number of audience, and try and nurture open gestures. Nurture open gestures, very important. And there's a saying that let limbs speak to the audience. In speaking to people, in brief presentation, say that let limbs speak to the audience. So we have a difficulty in using our hands. We don't know where to keep the hands. Some people keep in the pocket, hold it on the backside, and all that. So please avoid it. Let limbs speak to the audience is the best form of open gesture. Remember, the power is in the palms. Try to show the open palms, and you observe great presenters, and you'll know automatically that they show open gestures with the open palms. Palm should face the audience because the power is in the palms is another adage or a saying. Please remember. Let limbs speak to the audience. The power is in the palms. Then tell a story. Wow, your audience. What you're going to say? If you're talking about a topic and you give it in a form of your own story and tell it in a more complicated, captivating way. Very very important. Tell a story. What is that you are going to talk about and what is the story you are going to use? Story in the sense that concept you are going to tell in the form of a nice overall capsule, a tale or a story, and that helps in you. Either therefore you can be certain of wowing your audience and create a great impression on the audience. So you can wow your audience. It can give a wow feeling. Psychologists claim that the typical attention span is just about 10 to 15 minutes long for an average human being. 10 to 15 minutes. So let your speech should not be more than that. Important concepts you try to complete in the time. Attention span is after that they hear but they not listen. Isn't it? Difference between hearing and listening, you know that. We listen to understand. Therefore the attention span is 15 minutes on average. Then what are the four powerful speaking tips? Let's talk about the Hail 3 or success they call it. Hail is to greet people enthusiastically. What is Hail? Hail is an acronym, is an abbreviation. Hail stands for H, honesty. Be clear and straightforward and upright in your content, your message to the audience. Be authentic, authenticity. A stands for authenticity. Be yourself and be candid, be open, be yourself and practice integrity, authenticity and honesty. Integrity, yeah, be your word. Integrity is all about keeping up your word. Be responsible and your word should be your bond and be integrity is all about practicing ethics and value system as well. And L stands for love. Love is wish people well and build up good relationships. Wish people well and greet them and nurture good relationship with the people. It's what called Hail your way to success. Hail stands for honesty, authenticity, integrity, and love. These are the four things, and HAIL, hail, you need to incorporate in your speaking. These are very, very important. I request you to refer the video called in YouTube called Present Like Steve Jobs. You know, friends, Steve Jobs was the founder, CEO, founder chairman of Apple Corporation, was a world-renowned greatest presenter, speaker, public speaker. You know that. There is a video called Present Like Steve Jobs. I request you to watch it and understand the nitty-gritty nuances and tips and tricks of public speaking and giving brief presentations to audience. Because globally, Steve Jobs is regarded as the greatest presenter. We miss him. He is a great, great global leader. We all respect him. And Present Like Steve Jobs is a short 6-minute video. Please watch it and learn certain tips and tricks of speaking to. Warm up your voice, isn't it? It's very, very important. Your voice is all about paralanguage. There are 4 aspects of paralanguage. TIPS, tips, tone, intonation, pitch and speed. Tone, intonation, modulation, pitch, high pitch, low pitch, speed, rate of speech, the speed with which you are speaking. All 4 are very, very important. In short, it's called TIPS, tips. It's called paralanguage. It's what everything and anything we do with our voice is all about paralanguage. And paralanguage, we remember tips, tone, intonation, pitch and speed. Be conscious about it and Be, while speaking, be smooth, use simple language, and demonstrate and display warmth with the audience, and warmth with the passion. Speak with the passion, conviction, passion, love, regard for whatever the subject or the topic you are talking about. And speak powerfully, conscious creating, designing, and listening and receiving. The listening to the audience, receiving, make it interactive is a very, very important. Conscious creating, designing, and listening. These are the three important aspects of powerful speech, isn't it? Understand communication effectiveness. There is a global research, friends. I think we discussed earlier that globally in communication, body language, that is eye contact, gestures, posture, movements, and overall appearance constitutes 55% of the message, and paralanguage, the voice, tone, intonation, picture, speed constitutes 38% of the message, and language, because we are talking about international global connecting language, English, that constitutes 7% of the message. Therefore, your body language and paralanguage constitute more than 90% of your conveying a message to the audience. Very, very important. Please be conscious about your body language and paralanguage. Very, very important. And language. That's like, I'm not demeaning the importance of this. Is a global research which says that we communicate and our message 50% of the proportion through body language, 38% through paralanguage, and 7% through language. This is a global research finding. Therefore, be conscious about your body language and paralanguage. Yeah? Of course, we take another occasion and discuss at length about body language, part of a non-verbal communication later. And please remember, body language, paralanguage, language, 55%, 38%, 7% of communicating a message. Then you stand and deliver. If you keep conscious about this and consciously create your content and design it and deliver it, stand and deliver it by taking care of your body language, paralanguage, and language, with the help of the tips we discussed so far, you can speak to the audience and create a wow feeling. Wish you all the best, and thank you, and we'll meet in the next one. Thank you.